Spiritual. My mouth begins mumbling words that I don't recognize all on its own. Oppose the spiritual with spiritual. If you touch it with a tool that honors the gods. The flow of words out of my mouth stops. Touch it with a tool that honors the gods. New info was added to the spirit file. Flickering half spirit door. Okay. So there's a passage beyond the intersection that looks like a dead end. An iron door flickers in and out, and for whatever reason, I'm the only one who can see it. I can't believe this. Do I really have some sort of spiritual power? Oppose the spiritual with the spiritual. So do I have to use a sacred object? Or maybe sacred objects are effective against spiritual beings. Better remember that. Huh. So it's hard to make it out clearly. Is this what half-spiritualization means? Or is? I touch the door, but it just feels like a wall. Seems the door has no substance. What would be... Oh, I haven't read any of these. Kagurasuzu bell. A bell used in ancient Shinto dance rituals. It has 3 sets of small bells, 7, 5, and 3. Also called a Miko bell, it's meant to be used by shrine maidens, so that's the spiritual item. Dispose... Okay. 200 super dimension... yeah, we already read that. Diamond. Already read that. Range shot sword, a prototype weapon developed by the army in the shelter. A spring is installed in the hilt, but it's so flimsy that it's destroyed after 1 use, so it was never officially adopted. Palm pistol, a small palm-sized gun developed by the army for self-defense. A number of unsolved issues, such as only holding 1 bullet and its unreliability, cause its development to be cancelled. Oh, it does tell me all of the codes, so that's cool. Oh yeah, if I use the Suzu bell. I take out the Kagurasuzu bell. It's just touching it okay? No, have to... Strange words spill from my lips again. It's the priestess's tool. If a man displays spiritual power, it'll be destroyed, so touch it silently. All I have is questions, but I've no choice but to trust the other me. This is weird. I touch the bells to the door carefully, making sure not to make any noise. The next instant, the door physically opens. What? What just happened? What did you do? It just felt like it was the right thing to do. But... I stare at the door. I sense an alarming presence. According to my own voice, if I can call it that, the disposal vat is beyond this door. I found some documents about it in the room with the operating table. It might be good to look through those. Let's be careful. That place is giving me a bad feeling. Okay. I'll just make a save. NE, dead end. Doesn't look like a dead end to me. Opened door and went inside. I push open the iron door. I see a lot of heads. And we head inside. There's a lot of heads. What is this place? On the other side of the door is a large, empty area reminiscent of a vault. Is this the disposal vat? It should be, but it's not quite what I expected. Oh, something's on the ground. A katana? A rusted army sword. I take what Hiru picked up. I shine the flashlight around the area. Are these heads of Buddha statues? It doesn't seem like they're being stored. Is this some kind of garbage dump? Just then... Oh god. Huh? A sound echoes off something heavy moving, and suddenly the room is lit with a pale light. What was that noise? Let's get out of here for now. I tried to open the door to get out, but... What? It's locked. What? We've been locked in? What the hell is it? Oh, it's filling with water. Oh no. A cutting coldness invades and envelops my feet. My head snaps up and I see water pouring into the room like a giant waterfall. Water? It's ice cold. A polar bear swim is not something I ever wanted to do. It quickly rises to our knees. I can't even feel my feet anymore. Water underground? Hurry and open the door. We'll get hypothermia. Oh, live or die. Okay. Yeah, I have to remember. What was written in those documents about the disposal vat? The release code. It was diamond. All I see near me are the butterheads. What should I do? Touch the diamond Arhat head, touch the Haya Grieva head, touch the Eisen Azora head. Diamond. They mentioned the release code was diamond. I touched the diamond Arhat head. There's a heavy shudder and the sound of movement. Then the pooling water suddenly starts sweeping in one direction, down a drain, down into a drain. Whoa! When I open my eyes, all I see is darkness. Ugh. I quickly lift my head and rub my eyes. My vision slowly comes back. We're at the crossroads. This is an intersection in the underground shelter. Looks like we were drained out with the water and flushed down a pipe. We were lucky. I very nearly breathed a sigh of relief, but then I remember Hiru. That's right, where's Hiru? No need to be so worried. Oh, so it's you. It's been a while, you sneaky intruder. It's that old man I met in the passageway beneath Manhole Street. I tried to ask him about Hiru, but my jaw is nearly locked and my voice is gone. Don't try to talk just yet. The water here comes straight from the T Mountain range, so it's deadly cold. You were submerged in it for near an hour, so you'll be slurring your words for a while. Relax, relax. Your friend's fine. So you, got somewhere to go back to? I nod as I groan. The odd man's face brightens like the sun. Well, that's great. Not that I am demanding a reward for saving you or anything. But I am pretty darn hungry. The man eyes me, his smile sharp. Okay. We get in the car, and even though it's the wrong season for it, I turn the heat on full blast. We dry off with towels and the like, but it doesn't stop our shivering for a long time. While this is going on, the old man... Phew, it's hot. Can I open a window? He's blatantly fanning himself in front of us. Okay, yes, in a way we owe him our lives, but even so, he's being a pain. Hang in there a little while longer. Hiru shudders. We're about to freeze, you know. It was an honest question, and it probably sucks for him, but we still keep the car like a sauna. After driving like that for a while, our teeth finally stopped chattering. The man's name is Banshee Ito. That's how he introduced himself, but that obviously isn't his real name. As he sits next to me, Banshee gives off a savoury smell, like freshly baked bread. It kinda cheers me up. Or at least it does for a few moments until I realise it's the stench of dried filth. Yeah. So, Banshee, what were you doing in a place like that? Banshee remains silent. Are you listening to me? Don't feel up to talking yet. I'll tell you in exchange for food. I shouldn't be surprised. Life's rough. Wait, that should be my question. What were you two doing down there? It's a long story. So we tell him. I summarise everything we know. About spirits and the mark until I catch up to where we met him in the underground shelter. So that's how it is, huh? He nods vigorously to himself. Do you really understand any of that? Hiru's doubts are reasonable, but Banshee waves a hand dismissively. Of course I do. Who do you think I am? A terrible grudge is mucking up that underground shelter. And you guys are wrapped up in it now. His story suddenly sounds fishy. A grudge? Banshee, do you know what happened down there? I said I'm not talking about that yet. I was born into a noble family, so I've always had the ability to see things others can't. I staked my name Banshee Ito on it, so you can trust me. There's a terrible grudge swirling there, and you've gotten swept up in it. Death Carp. How's it going, Nazareth? He's got nothing to base his claims on, but I get the feeling he's on the right track. In that case, O noble Lord Banshee, what would you tell us? How do we overcome that whirlpool? Banshee replies with a magnanimous flourish. That should be obvious. Whirlpools always have a centre. You gotta find that. The centre? That swirling grudge and the spirit thing. Is that what you call it? Or called it the birth of the spirit, the heart of the curse? Something like that should be left within... wait. Within that there swirling grudge. If you look for that, I'm sure then... He trails off. He gazes at the dark road, his mouth hanging open. It's like he's run out of batteries. Then what? What will happen? The black sky simply goes on forever before Banshee's eyes. Oh no, he died! I guess he just ran out of fuel. He needs food. Oh, that reminds me, Yoshiki. Banshee calls out as soon as we enter the garage. Take this, just a little symbol of our friendship. Underground shelter key. Oh, nice. Is this a key for the underground shelter? I found it when I was popping in and out of that place. Or from that place. I held onto it. But I'll lend it to you for now, Yoshiki. He just picked it up. Why is he acting like it's a favour? I have no reason to refuse him. Thanks, I'll borrow it. Diamond walks up to us. Hey, you came back safely. Were you able to learn anything? Hiru butts in before I can speak. Wait just a minute. Don't tell me. You aren't going to believe that old man's story, are you? He's fishy. Wow, that's rude. If you want my opinion, a snotty punk like you should be trusted even less. Of course, Yoshiki. You believe me, right? Of course. That's my good pal Yoshiki for you. Alright, we're best buds, I guess. Hey now, you feeling okay in the head? Anyway, changing the subject. Good grief, can we just move on from talking about this? Banshee, you're hungry, right? The dining room should have something. Woo! Food! Banshee bolts out of the garage and vanishes into the mansion. Of course he does. Diamond gives me an exasperated look. Yoshiki, it seems you've got another troublemaker on your hands. I was waiting for her to butt in. What do you mean, another? To appease the starving Banshee, I offer him some cup noodles and sweet buns. Nice. Oh, I don't like the chewing noises. Get that out of here. The epitome of hunger, he really begins scarfing it down like a starving dog. Oh, why? That was enough for 10 people. He devours all of it, and I'm reminded of a high-power vacuum cleaner.
Excellent!
I was not expecting English. Excellent! I haven't been this full in forever. Well, he's happy at least. Good for you. Now answer our questions. What were you doing down there? Well, that's an easy one. Because it's my home. What? Been living there ever since I found it 10 years ago. It's not too shabby a place. Keeps me out of the rain and no damn brats messing with me. Though it gets a mite cold in winter. Okay. I don't know how to respond to that. Hiru and Diamond seem to be the same. It was a paradise for me because no one knows about it. Until a weirdo showed up 6 months ago. Some woman doused in perfume. Miss Zoo. It was winter and I don't like stirring up trouble, so I just stayed away. That must have been Zakawa. I nod. That is my thought as well. That was a month ago. I figured she must have up and left, so I went back. But now there's something stranger. Which was... a damn walking Buddha statue. I know I'm pretty out there, but even I was shocked by that. I even got this weird scar. Oh god, he's marked. Banshee removes his scarf, revealing the mark on his neck. You may not believe this, but that statue gave you that scar. I figured. It was the cannon soldier after all. The cannon soldier? How do you know that name? Some document I saw had it. It was an old plan to make a Buddha statue move with supernatural powers. A heavenly Buddha project weapon. Are you nuts? Spirit powers making something move? That's insane. No, no, Hiru, calm down. So those documents that you found, are they still around? Nope, I burned them for warmth. I had a delicious roasted potato too. How could you? Maybe take your own advice, Dr. Diamond. Our measure of common sense seems to be rather different than this strange old man's. It's fine, my noggin works different from most people's. I got it all memorized. As you say, just tell us. We need to know about that project. Oh, there's a body in the bottom right. The Heavenly Buddha statue... the Heavenly Buddha project was the pet project of some general at the end of the war. So they built that shelter for it. Ta-da! The 13th Army Engineering Lab. To make the cannon soldier thing, they did tests on Buddha statues. They were brought from some shrine or something somewhere. That must be Hate Shrine. They did a bunch of stuff to infuse the statues with spiritual power. There was a monk from Tea Mountain, spiritual treasures from all over, but nobody thought anything had actually come from it. The project was just an excuse to keep that fanatical general busy. At least, it was supposed to be. But one day the statue started moving. It went berserk throughout the lab and went crazy on a ton of people. The bloodstains and old corpses in the shelter are probably the victims. Some people survived, but they had red bite-like marks on them. The mark. The thing went and wrecked the place. Wrecked the place then. It stopped and never moved again. No one knows what even triggered it. Huh. That's about everything it said. Hero and Diamond are as white as a sheet. I probably am too. It's a hard story to believe, but he has no reason to lie to us. I think he speaks the truth. Hero won't believe it. What, are you kidding me? A statue going around killing people and cursing them. Impossible. Then how do you explain the mark on his neck? Logic would dictate that the moving statue he saw was the cannon soldier. The dormant soldier suddenly starts moving after 50 years. That might be the cause of mine and Hiru's marks. What if you flip that through? Wait, what if you flip that though? Both of your grandpas got the mark from the cannon soldier. When the soldier stopped moving, their marks disappeared. But with it starting up again, you got them because you're their descendants. If that's true, then the children inherited their parents' fate. Hiru can't seem to muster up any kind of counter-argument. I think she's in shock. I want to ask you something, old man. You say the cannon soldier stopped moving 50 years ago, but why? I think it was some spiritual person used a thingamajig to do something. So you have no idea. It's the most important part, try to remember. It's not that easy, son. The mark might have made me forget. Taking his age into account, it's more likely it just completely slipped his mind. It seems we must defeat the cannon soldier to be free of our marks. We'll have to figure it out on our own, if he can't be of any more help. Or of more help. You seem a pro at this, Yushiki. We'll be relying on you. I don't have spiritual powers or anything. But you've already faced down 4 different spirits, haven't you? A normal person wouldn't have survived. Now that he says it, I guess he's right. I have been hearing a mysterious voice a few times and having weird premonitions. I even caught myself unconsciously talking when we were down in the shelter. So what are you folks gonna do now? Good question. Investigate the soldier. Let's investigate the soldier in the shelter. Soldier in the shelter, not the shoulder in the celter. We'll need to do something about that to get rid of your marks. If I'm descended from someone on the project, then mine might disappear too. I guess we're going back in then. Hiru's still kind of sulking, but she's at least recovered from her shock. We all share the same fate. It's too late to try to run away. Yep, you should find it there. The heart of everything that's causing the curse. You need that to stop the cannon soldier. That's what my gut's telling me. What are you going to do then? I'm full now, so I was going to go take a nap in that park nearby. I'll sit and wait until you fellas do something about that soldier. Wait just a minute, you old fart. Didn't we just say that it's too late to run away? Okay, I get it. Well, you folks did feed me, so I guess I can help you. Oh, there we go. The underground shelter's inhabitants. Although. Right, so that's the last person. Ito Banshee. So, a kooky old man living in the underground shelter. He's read through nearly all of the notable documents left there and is extremely knowledgeable about them. He claims to have spiritual powers and truly does seem to see spiritual things. I might take him with me. Yeah. So the underground shelter's inhabitant. Somehow we make it out of the freezing water trap in the disposal vat and return to the mansion with a strange homeless man calling himself Banshee Ito. He's been living in that shelter and he has surprising info. He says he saw Zakawa going in and out and then saw a Buddha statue walking around. He tells us of some research documents he had to burn for warmth. The Heavenly Buddha Project. They detail something called the Heavenly Buddha Project, some mumbo-jumbo about using spiritual power to make a statue into a weapon. They gathered numerous sacred objects, including a massive number of statues from the shrine in H City. There was no way it'd work. The war was almost over, but it moved. The spirit weapon named the Cannon Soldier moved. The moving Cannon Soldier. The soldier went berserk in the shelter and killed people. Those who escaped had a scar, most likely the mark. What's alarming, though hard to believe, is the walking statue Banshee saw. And that's when he got the mark, which means the Cannon Soldier is moving once more. That might be why Diamond and Hero, descendants of those involved, now have the mark as well. The way to stop the Cannon Soldier. It's unclear what made the soldier move, past or present, but we have to find a way to stop it. Maybe there are records of how they stopped it 50 years ago. Banshee doesn't remember, only that some person with spiritual power used something to do something. I guess all we can do is search the shelter. I have to trust both my past and present self. Ooh. Right, partner.
Excellent!
Oh my god, that's the best. Excellent! South Alley. Yep. We're going back in. Right, so we have to just do the same move, same mode. Go down, don't go down. Go down. Move down, rear path. Oh, there's blood. It seems to be locked. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted, I could open it if I had the key. Open the door with the underground shelter key. I do have the key! Yeah! Opened door and went inside. Hello, what is that? There's a single out-of-place Buddha statue. Its head has been cut off. I'm not a fan of that. It's a Buddha statue. The headless Buddha statue is covered in dust. There's a talisman stuck to the neck, as if it's taking the place of the missing head. Oh, a worn-out talisman. Oh, cool. When I pick up... Okay, yeah. I feel warmth flow through me. We're at 2,268. Not bad. I'll save. Obviously we need to search the box in front of me. Because of course. A big iron box. There's a thin layer of dust on it, but it looks fairly intact. Oh, god. Well that's ominous. The box is packed with carelessly tossed Buddha statue heads. A real, actual head can clearly be seen among them. It's dry and mummified, but going by the long hair, it's probably female. Most likely one of the experiment's victims. Huh, so this is where it was. Let's take it and bring it to its owner. Why? I thought you'd say that. Oh, just kidding. Haha. I feel Banshee's gaze on me. The box in warehouse number 1. I can only carry one head. I need to choose which one to take. Merciful. Woman's. Oh, why? This is so distasteful. Got the human head. The box in warehouse number 1. We find a pile of heads in a large iron box. They're mostly statues, but buried among them is a human head. It's been mummified, but it appears to be female. So this is where it went. Bring it back to its owner. There I go unconsciously speaking again. Which one am I bringing with me? All the heads are pretty heavy, so I can probably only take one. Yep. Human head. A head retrieved from a box full of Buddha and human heads. It's dry like a mummy. What hair remains? Seems to be a woman's. The cut looks rough, like it was done by a chisel. Lovely. Gotta keep a head in the game. The game. Oh, fuck. You bastard. I knew that was going to happen at some point. There are pitch black stains. Oh, that's the place with the war propaganda posters. They've got some interesting slogans. Slogans? On posters? Hold on, what the hell are you talking about? If you squint real hard, you can see them. See? See what? The words on the posters that were put up here forever ago, of course. I told you earlier, I was born into a family chock full of spiritual power. So I'm good at seeing spiritual stuff. Are you serious? I can do a test reading for you. Ask me anytime. Banshee laughs. But can I really believe him? I don't see why not, I guess. Alright, cool. I don't even know where I can go. There, we're at the crossroads again. Oh, it's another iron door. Aha! It's a thick iron door. So the keyhole isn't rusted, I could open it if I had the key. I do. Opened the door with the underground shelter key. Opened door and went inside. Oh, this is a very dark area. Crap. I can hear a victory chant. Oh god. Coming from the other side of the intersection. All I can hear is Banzai. Banzai! Keep going? I sure I can keep moving forward. Oh yeah, sure. I take one step forward and... An electric current zaps through my body and my muscle seize up. Live or die. Wait, you lay about? What are you doing there? You don't have time to be loafing around, do you? Recite this base's slogans at once. Cheer for the final battle in the homeland. Cheer for the final battle in the homeland. 100 million honourable deaths. Luxury is the enemy. Give birth for the sake of the country. That sounds like a battle chant. I guess it was. Banzai! Once more, declare our resolve to strike back with air raids. We won't lose even if our country is reduced to ashes. Show your determination. We won't lose. Suppress your desires until we win. Send forth 100 million fireballs. The land of the gods is indestructible. I mean, if it's all to do with Buddha, that makes sense. So our army has fought bravely from the southern tropics to the northern Arctic, but the tide still hasn't turned in our favour. What do you think? Can we win this crusade? Can we win this crusade? We should surrender. There's a chance if the kamikaze winds blow. Yeah. The other two weren't exactly saying, yes, we can. You're pretty promising for a new recruit. Keep a good eye on this squad. Farewell. What the fuck? Okay, cool. Phew! We made it! Jesus. Went to the left. That's a body. Human bones. It looks like the person was crushed to death. By what? The Buddha statue? It's a thick iron door. Big key. Okay, I can open it. I have the key. So please open it on up. Oh. Up. It's the operating room in the southern section. But on this table is... how about that? A dead body. A headless corpse is lying there. Okay. A headless corpse is lying on top of the operating table. The head I picked up earlier might fit on this corpse's neck. Should I try attaching the head? Yes. I try attaching the human head. The human head fits the severed neck perfectly. The world suddenly distorts. Oh god. What the hell is happening? A horrific scene appears before my eyes. They're like spider limbs or something. This is the woman on the operating table. Some kind of experiment is being performed